Welcome back. Students across Middle Georgia are preparing for milestones testing. The assessments span from third grade to high school.
And for some students, this time of year brings anxiety. Our Shelby Coates talked with a lead counselor and mental health expert from the online public school, Georgia Connections Academy.
And she shares some tips to help parents prepare their kids for testing and minimize anxiety. It is testing time in Middle Georgia, and Precious K. Williams is here to talk test taking anxiety. Thank you so much for being with us.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, so I want to know, first of all, how does anxiety impact students?
Well, first of all, I like to tell people that anxiety is a natural human response to a high pressure situation. It is the body's way of telling the mind's way of telling the body that, hey, it's something important coming up, get ready. So normalize that. Normalize that for students that they're not, that, there's nothing wrong with them for being anxious. So we want to help those students by giving them coping mechanisms as well as preparing them well in advance so that the more prepared they are, the less fear they have.
All right. And I'm sure with different ages, maybe parents can do different things. So let's start off with the younger kids. What are some good coping strategies or tips to help parents who have young test takers?
So for young test takers, systems and routines are key. We know that with our babies, right? Most babies are on a very strict schedule. And as they start to get to school age, we start to lax. A few weeks prior to testing, you want to make sure that their bedtimes are managed, that they are eating well-rounded meals, fruits, vegetables. You would be surprised how your body responds to stress. It's something that's called cortisol that our body produces in high stress experiences, and that impacts your digestion, your sleep rhythms, all of that. So you want to make sure they're eating enough fiber, healthy foods, so that their digestive system can catch up with all of that cortisol, and just really get them on a good schedule. Talk to them, allow them to talk to you. So just give them the opportunity to prepare ahead of time instead of the week of the test, everything shifting and putting that pressure on that performance.
And what about our older kids?
The biggest acronym that I've created is called TEAM. We have to really make sure that take a team approach, allow them to feel involved in the process. Talk to them about their feelings, normalize their feelings. Don't just say, oh, you're just a teenager, it's no big deal. Give them examples of where you have experienced that same stress. Encourage them to use those, to practice and rehearse the content early. Don't cram for it. That's just more of a body saying, alert, alert. And if the body is in an alert state or in a fight or flight state, it's not going to perform as well. Okay. You want to make sure that they actually feel that they are heard, affirming that student, affirming them, allow them to have positive self-talk, making sure that they're not saying negative things about themselves and negative things about the test. Right. And then mindfulness. A lot of us with social media and with our phones, it's hard to be present in the moment. So giving them breathing techniques, physical stretching techniques that they can use in the moment to stay present and not thinking about the result of the exam. They can't control what the score is. They can only control the effort they put in.
All right. Well, Precious, thank you so much for all those tips. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Happy testing, everyone.
And Williams also says if your child is experiencing abnormal amounts of testing stress, like headaches, nausea, or lack of sleep, you should talk to your school counselor.
And they should be able to point you to the right resources.